Well, on the News Hour debate tonight, Lalit Modi, good evening. What is making you more disappointed? The fact that you are likely to be banned tomorrow for life from Indian cricket? Lalit Modi, what's making you more disappointed?
Yes.
The fact that you're going to be banned tomorrow for life from Indian cricket, or the fact that Srinivasan is going to make a comeback?
I'm not disappointed in my being banned. I'm already suspended. My ban, I'll deal with it as and when it happens. But yes, if Srinivasan were to be elected as president again, that will be a major disappointment to me and I think fans all around the world. But it's not over yet. He's not been elected yet. There's still time to go. We got to wait and watch whether that will happen.
Well, your banning is certain. You have any doubts tomorrow? Any final thoughts on why you led yourself to such a situation where you're going to be banned for life from Indian cricket? Or you want to dodge that completely and only talk about Srinivasan?
I don't want to dodge that completely. I think when I get banned tomorrow, which I will probably, I'll be on your show tomorrow night and I'll tell you exactly what I feel about that tomorrow. Let's stick to Srinivasan today.
Well, let's stick to Srinivasan today. Sadhbin Jung, I'll come back to you, Lalit Modi. I won't let you go away on this one. Sadhbin Jung, should Srinivasan be contesting? Lalit Modi's pet peeve always is N. Srinivasan. Should Srinivasan be contesting the elections? Because, you know, we could be 4 days away from Srinivasan coming back as the BCCI chief. What happened to propriety?
You know, Arnab, it is so sad today when India is sitting in such a vulnerable position with our cricket, whether it is technical, whether it is moral, I dare say whether it is financial. We cannot have someone come on top as the president who has vested interests, who's got to go and protect his son-in-law, who's got to go and protect his own team, because the latest FIR has actually got issues going against his team, where his team might get barred. So, you know, do we need someone? Because the thing that Lalit made a big mistake here, and Lalit Modi, what he did was, when he made the definition of the laws, he left them loose. He didn't really compact them, and that's going to come back to bite him, because if the laws were tight and if the owner and the others were defined with clarity, you would not have this issue today. Srinivasan is going to hide behind the law, and my biggest fear is that at the top, in order to protect his own, will he sacrifice Indian cricket? Will he define these laws in manners which are then going to be impossible for the Code of Conduct or for the internal anti-corruption bureau to actually go and manage? Because if he defines owner as a shareholder in his in ACC, he's got 10,000 people that the anti-corruption unit has to go after. So the issue of definition, in order to protect his son-in-law, will he then play with definitions? Will he play with the law? I don't think he should be there. I think Indian cricket is too vulnerable right now, and I don't think he should be in a position where he will decide our fate.
Kishore Bhimani, what's the bigger story? Lalit Modi being banned for life, which is going to happen 12 hours from now or less, or Srinivasan coming back? Mr. Bhimani?
I can't hear Kishore.
I think I just lost the line there. Let me put that question to Shishir Atangani. Shishir.
You know, it's as simple. I mean, if Lalit was in Srinivasan's position, he would have done the same. You know, he would have made himself available for re-election. And this is the way he's cut from the same fabric of the BCCI. Really, I mean, they're all the same, and they know when they're in power. Like Lalit was, he was the Pied Piper of the IPL. Everybody was around him, and when he suddenly found that, you know, his friends deserted him, there was nobody around him. That's the way the game goes in the BCCI, and Lalit would know that better than probably anybody else. So to be saying today that, you know, what is morally right, what is technically right, makes no sense, because at the end of the day, what we're doing is we're going by what has happened in the past and in the generations of the BCCI. If you look at the archives, you will know nobody concedes that seat of power, and it's never happened in the past. I don't think it will happen in the future.
Surely, but Shishir, let's be a little direct today with Lalit Modi. He says, I want to speak principally about Mr. Srinivasan. Tell me, Shishir, does Lalit Modi have the moral authority to be talking about Mr. Srinivasan?
If I didn't, I should be sitting here. You shouldn't have invited me.
I've known Lalit. I've known Lalit for a while since the IPL. I mean, I've known him since the day the IPL was formed. He did a great job creating this so-called monster. But yes, there have been other people responsible for killing the monster, and he's not the only one to be blamed. I mean, he can be accused of fudging tenders and misappropriation of funds and all those allegations. But the fact is, he created this monster, and it's been given to others to really now disintegrate. And now we've seen what has happened to the IPL. But moral authority, I think Lalit should realize that he's cut from the same fabric as the BCCI, and they were all friends at one time. Yeah. Today they've sort of they've had a lover's spat, and it's not the.
I think the line got frozen there with Shishir Attangadi, but I think Lalit Modi, you heard that. You spoke about morality, Lalit, always in being the key in Srinivasan's case when you spoke to Times Now, and even today you're saying that. You say it's going to be doomsday if he were to make a comeback. But Lalit Modi, I've asked you this often again. What about your own morality? What about your own morality on this? Before you speak on Srinivasan, let's get one thing right.
I am very clear. Okay.
Because because the argument, and I'll tell you why I'm saying this, Lalit Modi. Because let me say this, let me explain to you why I'm saying this, Lalit Modi. Because the argument with Mr. Srinivasan is not a technical argument, you see, Mr. Modi. The argument with Mr. Srinivasan is a moral argument. It's not about what the BCCI probe says, because it's more about whether with all that has been said about Gurunath Mayappan as per the Mumbai police charge sheet, whether it is moral, whether it is the right propriety, Lalit Modi, for Srinivasan to be making a comeback. So I'm sorry, but I find it slightly hypocritical,
Can I answer the question?
That you should be talking about morality in the context of Srinivasan.
I have no issue about taking that on headlong. First and foremost, I'm suspended right now. I'll be banned tomorrow. What I created can't be taken away. Yes, I'm responsible partly for Srinivasan's rise, without doubt, and I take full responsibility. That's why it's more for me to fight, and doesn't mean that I'm going to sit outside on the sidelines and watch him destroy world cricket. I will keep badgering at him, and I'll be there watching him at the behind. And if he does something wrong, I'll point it out. Whether it's morally right or wrong, it's for you to decide and the viewers to decide. But doesn't mean I'm going to sit back, take a back seat, and say, okay, fine, because they have charged me and I have done something wrong. I'm happy to admit it day one what I've done wrong. I've admitted it many times on your show. Let him admit he has done anything wrong. He hasn't till now admitted anything. My point is, you learn from your mistakes and you move on. His problem is, he does mistakes, he takes them into account and then makes them again, and he says, who cares, I am the law, I'm going to do it myself, nobody can touch me. That's the difference.
So Kishore Bhimani, do you have sympathies for Lalit Modi tonight?
No, my point is this. Lalit Modi has been out of cricket for 3 years.
I can't hear
now
this.
Today, whatever we throw at him, we throw at him the fact of the MSN or of the bid rigging, of influencing the franchise in other ways. But he's been out of cricket. Today the buzzword is cricket going to be any better? Tomorrow, Srinivasan will sit in judgment on Lalit Modi. This bothers me because Srinivasan is sitting in India. He is running cricket, making it worse, taking that monster and making it into a Frankenstein. And that bothers me because Lalit Modi, whatever else he may have done, the fact remains he's not here. He's not influencing cricket. He's not sitting in judgment on somebody else whom we are calling crooks or whatever it is. Today the point is this, that the game of cricket, the people around him have joined ranks to support Srinivasan. All the southern states, including people like Anil Kumble, have supported Srinivasan to come back. This same Mr. Srinivasan, who's got so many things against him.
Completely shocking.
He said, Arnab, he had said, just let me finish this. He had said that he was going to move away from the game until the thing was over, until the investigation was over. The investigation is just beginning. The police have just filed the charge sheet, and he is going to sit in judgment on Lalit Modi tomorrow. This is what is bothering me.
So who's more hypocritical? Satbin Jung, why are you pulling your punches today? How hypocritical is it that we are going to have Lalit Modi banned, and then within 24 or 48 hours of that, we are going to have Srinivasan back, despite all the charges against his son-in-law as per the Mumbai police charge sheet. So Satbin Jung, we'll talk about Lalit Modi when the time comes for that.
I haven't ever...
But, yes.
No, let's... Arnab, you're coming on and off. Listen, let's understand one thing. I have never pulled my punches. The fact here is that I believe that both Lalit as well as Srinivasan are birds of the same feather. And it's the arrogance which has got them both. And it's the arrogance which is fighting them now and getting Indian cricket down. Because it is exactly the same with Lalit Modi as it is with Srinivasan. They're brilliant administrators. I mean, Lalit gave us a fantastic product. But then he brought it down single-handedly by the person that he came out to be with us. You know, aggressive, arrogant.
No, 1 second. 1 second. Again, you bring an equivalence.
No, let me
finish.
Problem
with that. No, Saad, investigators have evidence to prove that Gurunath Mayappan, son-in-law of Srinivasan, passes on crucial information that compromises team strategy, gives away information about team composition, information about injury updates, information about who is going to bat where. In other words, you have a son-in-law in your team, in the IPL, who is carrying out fraud on millions of cricket viewers, and you have the father-in-law making a comeback.
Billions.
Just because he managed to get the votes together from the South Zone. So, you know, I don't want you, Satbin Jung, to just play even. I don't like to play even. Every time I ask you about Srinivasan, you mention Lalit Modi, then you say both are bad.
I think...
Oh, no.
I think the issue very simple is that we got to look at the charge sheet. Mumbai police have done an outstanding job of a charge sheet. Yeah.
Hang on, Lalit. I started this discussion. Lalit, you've got to let me talk. I started the discussion by stating that Srinivasan should not be there because of the same fact that you're telling me now. I said that how can he decide on these 2 or 3 very critical issues? And when he decides on these critical issues, he is going to sacrifice Indian ethos and Indian cricket. So I started with that. How can you throw that on my face saying that I'm pulling my punches? I'm not. The fact is that as far as arrogance goes, these two are the same. But beyond that, as far as administration goes, I don't think Lalit did any of this. I don't think Lalit had a son-in-law. So that's where the change comes in. Now, Srinivasan has to decide on family and on his own team. Now, I don't know if Lalit is part of the other teams that he was. If he was, then Lalit has no business to be there and you know, claiming morality.